after this game. But yes, hello everyone and welcome to the GEST Dota 2 Southeast Asian qualifiers for the GEST Challenge. This is the grand final and it's game 2 of the best of 5. Thank you of course to Gigabyte for sponsoring this tournament, kindly allowing me and my co-caster Capture to cast this. Hello!
Hello! First game it was over a little bit faster than I expected. In both teams they definitely drafted aggressively anyway, but Titan from just some point onwards they more or less just won one really extended team fight with 2 buybacks coming out from Pokerface as well. And if you actually die back that early on, you just lose so much, and well, Titan they definitely took advantage of that. But actually looking at the bans, they're rather similar to the first game, at least from Pokerface, just completely identical. And they actually drafted a first pick Tazzle, leaving Titan to pick a Lycan, and do you think we might see Nature's Prophet now as well even?
Ooh, maybe. Ohio does play a pretty nice Nature's Prophet in the offlane, but I feel the problem with taking a Lycan and a Nature's Prophet is it's just way too much push, and then Pokerface is just going to take, you know, a Tinker and a Keeper of the Light and, you know, a whole bunch of counter push, and it'll be hard to kind of end the game. So, Axe, me likey. I love watching a good Axe play, so I'm not honestly too sure who plays the Axe. I feel like it'd be an Ohio hero, since Ohio does usually play those initiation type heroes, but I don't know. I enjoy a good Axe, so we'll have to see. And a Centaur from Pokerface, nothing too surprising there. Though yet again, I'm expecting kind of a no carry or no hard carry type of game from both teams, since both of these two teams do like to play very aggressive early game lineups. What do you think of the Axe?
Yeah, nice. I don't think I've ever seen a Axe by Titan, or at least not in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And actually, the Axe is the direct counter to the Dazzle because the Culling Blade goes through Shallow Grave. So that's always a nice ability to have towards your team, and of course getting the extra moments within the fights. And when you said that we're probably not going to see hard carries from either team, I'm inclined to agree there. And all Titan, they already have their 2 cores, the Axe and the Lycan, and at the moment we have no idea how they're going to lane this. Depending on Pokerface's mid, I guess Axe might be mid lane as well, or on some rare occasions they even run an Axe on the off lane, I guess, which I kind of despise because Axe needs a at least decent early start.
Yeah.
So do you think Titan actually might be going like greedy for their own jungle Axe?
Well, they could run an aggressive trialing with Axe. I have seen that before. You know, taking like an Axe, maybe a Baden if you're going really pub style, but Dazzle is usually one of the nice comboers. But you know, an Axe plus usually 2 stunners, and you can just run an aggressive tri-lane. Normally when I see Titan grab the Lycan, they run a mid lane actually, so I wouldn't be surprised if we saw the Yamato or KYXY playing a Lycan mid, so they would have space for an aggressive tri-lane if they took a solo easy lane hero. And banning out the Shadow Demon, to me that implies, I mean, maybe they are interested in running aggressive with the Axe just because, you know, Shadow Demon is a quite defensive hero and a pretty decent counter, I would say, to the Axe, just really stopping him from kind of running forward and just doing a whole bunch of damage. So I don't know.
Yeah,
We'll have to see with the next couple of picks.
I mean, with the Shadow Demon ban, it actually does feel a little bit like maybe they want to go for an aggressive tri-lane. Although they could still do it without the Axe as well, I guess. Just leave Axe against the enemy offlaner, which is going to be the Centaur. So actually, Axe against the Centaur should do fairly well, I think.
Yeah, that is true as well. I mean, both of those heroes are sort of, well, very tanky heroes that rely on, I suppose, just kind of being durable in their lane. So it's hard to force them out. So I guess it's going to depend though. It's really going to depend on what the next pick ups. Because last game we saw Pokerface run in an aggressive tri-lane. And if they decided to do that again, or an AA, ooh, AA. I feel like that must be an aggressive tri-lane. I mean, Ancient Apparition plus Lycan in a passive tri-lane, unless you're going to be roaming a lot, that seems like a big waste of the AA, since he is so good at being aggressive with that Chilling Touch. It seems like it'd be better just to run the Lycan in the mid lane or something. But what I was going to say is Axe, if you run him, what are they? They're on the dire side. So if they run Axe in the off lane, and Centaur is in the easy lane with Pokerface running an aggressive tri-lane, what Axe can just do is basically cut the wave and force Centaur to tank under the tower, which he definitely can do, but you know, until he gets up those Tranquil Boots, Centaur really, I guess, is going to be taking a lot of harassment from those creeps, and is probably going to use up his regeneration, and Axe, I think, would kind of win in the engagement and get a lot more farm than the Centaur would in that situation, so I wonder if Pokerface are going to be expecting that. But they banned out 2 offlane heroes. They got rid of the Nature's Prophet and the Clockwork, so I think they must feel the Axe is going to be played by, well, who? A jungle Axe, like you said, or maybe picked up by KYXY as a carry? Wish
I think either one is possible, and actually, at the moment, Titan, I don't feel like they have the best setup for the Ancient Apparition Ice Blast as well. Overall, I guess Axe with the Blink Berserker Skull can set it up definitely, but do you think they actually might run like a Nyx Assassin offlane and actually leave the Axe either jungle or safe lane?
I honestly don't know. It's going to depend on these next picks. It's it's hard to tell because Pokerface right now have got two really good defensive healing heroes. Though picking up a Witch Doctor and a Dazzle against an AA, I mean, I'm feeling like Titan are kind of winning this drafting phase quite hard. Witch Doctor especially, usually what you see in the Southeast Asian scene where the Witch Doctor is taken is maxing out the, what is it called? Voodoo Restoration. And AA just essentially counters that completely. So I'm quite curious about this Witch Doctor pickup after the AA. It seems quite...
Well, the one idea behind it might be that actually Witch Doctor is a pretty decent aggressive tri-lane hero. So Pokerface, maybe they are trying to actually go aggressive and try to either stop the Lycan or the Axe from farming, as well as the best thing you can maybe do against Ancient Apparition is just deny him the early XP. So if you go aggressive, Titan will have to react, and actually it's probably going to be a tri-lane versus tri-lane maybe. Or even if Titan is going for an aggressive tri-lane themselves, against a solo hero they're probably not going to get as many pickoffs, so the support might be starved for levels anyway. And if the Ancient Apparition's level 6 is delayed to like 12-15 minutes into the game maybe, then suddenly the spell actually doesn't have that big of an impact. But Titan, they go for a Tidehunter, and that's actually a lot of teamfight going for them all of a sudden.
It is a lot of teamfight, and I'm really confused by this because Axe, Tidehunter, and Lycan are all usually seen as core heroes, I suppose. So Tidehunter normally is seen as an offlane hero, Axe is normally seen as an offlane hero, and Lycan is normally seen as a mid or a carry hero, so I'm really confused about Titan's lineup right now, I'm going to be honest. AA is support, but do you think it's going to be a Tidehunter support? I mean,
Well, it certainly feels like either Axe, mid, jungle, or safe lane because
yeah.
I mean, I've seen Tidehunter as a support sometimes, but I think that hero just does so well when he's in the offlane and just in the farming role, farming up the ancients even with the newly improved Anchor Smash.
He's pretty devastating in the offlane.
Titan, they're definitely keeping us guessing, as well as probably Pokerface. They have no clear idea what Titan is going to do. But Pokerface, I think they're just going with their own style of draft, I guess.
Yeah, well, I think that's good. I mean, when you're versing a team like Titan that is quite well established, they've been playing together for a long time, and they're a strong team, it's really hard to win against them if you pick into a lineup that you're not really comfortable with. Okay, so apparently yesterday they played Axe as a support and Ned played it in the jungle. Okay, I didn't see that game, sorry. So jungle Axe, I can dig it. And then Tidehunter in the offlane by Ohio, AA being played by Extinct, Lycan, KYX were Yamata in the mid lane or easy lane far. I think that'd be not too bad. But like I said, Pokerface are playing, looks like they're drafting more to their regular style, so I mean, running an aggressive tri-lane with a jungle Axe is going to put a bit of pressure onto Titan, because Axe, I would not say is the best jungler. He's not bad in the jungle, but he normally doesn't... He doesn't farm very fast, in a way, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's just really coming down to what creeps he actually gets. If it's like Centaur and Hellbear Smasher, that's probably the worst for him, because they do a lot of damage, they don't generate a lot of spins in the meantime, and I've seen some jungle access to huge success, but like I said, it's just down to the creeps and all somewhat greedy, but in access you can't rotate too successfully out from the jungle as well, so I have no idea if it's going to be worthwhile. And Pokerface, well, with the Razor as well, actually they have quite a lot to steal from. The Axe can't run away from the Razor, Tidehunter can't either probably, and even the Wolves from the Lycan you can steal the damage from, I guess.
Can you steal damage from the Wolves?
I know you can steal it from Familiars and Illusions, so I would think that Wolves count as well, but can't say 100%.
Yeah, well, either way, Titan running low on time. They've got their last pick coming up, which is either going to be a mid or a carry, depending on if KYX or Lycan are taking that carry role. But given that they've banned out a puck, of course Team Pokerface are looking for a mid hero now. Maybe they're interested in taking something like a Storm Spirit. Queen of Pain, yep, another mobile hero. Tidehunter, Axe, and Lycan, it's worth mentioning, they're all very, very durable and tanky. So Titan, you know, they've got those heroes that are going to be able to last through the team fight, and so picking a hero like Queen of Pain that has got short cooldown spells that deal a lot of damage is going to be quite nice to synergize with that, since it looks like these team fights are going to be AoE oriented, probably going to be a bit of a 4-team fighting while Lycan split pushes, but you know, I can see the combo right now. I mean, Titan to Ravage, Axe getting the call off, AA ulting, and then Queen of Pain comes in, Sonic Wave, Scream of Pain. That's going to be enough to instantly kill at least the Dazzle, the Witch Doctor, maybe even Razor, since there's not that much single target. He's not going to have that kind of damage, you know, return damage going off as well as a slow. But at the same time, even if they can't get that Yawombo combo off, you know, Queen of Pain's going to be able to spam out the Scream of Pain. Ooh, Void, okay. You know, Tidehunter's going to have the Anchor Smash spamming coming out. AA is going to be able to throw down a lot of those, what's it called? Ice Vortex. And of course, Axe has got that Battle Hunger, which has got a 5-second cooldown at level 4. So I think Titan's lineup with these four heroes, is going to be quite nice just for those long duration team fights. And since they are going to have a quad core with Axe in the jungle, like someone in chat, I forget your name, sorry, said, they will also have the ability to fight and take down those two squishy supports quite easily. I like Titan's lineup, but Void as well. Void pickup, what do you think of that?
Well, it gives them a lot of late game. It's actually a really good combination with the Witch Doctor as well, because the Death Ward does a lot of damage, especially if you do get the Aghanim Scepter. And if the Chronosphere up, that just unlimited bounces of the Death Ward. But I mean, Feby, he's gonna have to farm a lot and farm early, because Titan, they definitely want to take the fight to Pokerface, I think.
Well, I am wondering about Feby's item choice. I haven't seen Pokerface play the Void before, but at least a lot of the Southeast Asians and Australian teams, when they pick up the Void, they go for an Aghanim Scepter. So they might pick up, you know, a Midas or a Mask of Madness, or maybe, you know, a Maelstrom, but then they'll go into that Aghanim Scepter for the extra teamfight ability. And given Titan's lineup, I feel like if Feby does go for maybe a Midas treads into an Aghanim Scepter, it's going to be a lot better for being able to last against those teamfights and get pickoffs with themselves. Because if Feby does have, what is it, 120-second cooldown on the Chronosphere, it does mean he's going to have to use it sparingly just for teamfights and not to get pickoffs. And I think pickoffs are kind of going to be the name of the game against this Lycan split push coming out from KYXY. Speaking of KYXY, good positioning from him. He's going to reveal the smoke there, but not going to get found out. So he's just going to be able to waste that smoke. Titan, in fact, all pretty good positioning. They're all standing on the high ground. They're all spread out around here, but in such positions that if they get initiated on, they'll have allies nearby and they can escape quite easily. So poor Sky not going to be able to get any paralyzing cask, mad bounces happening, and not going to be finding any kills either. But they did get the ward off blocking the camps. Well, just this one.
Sure felt like Titan knew this was coming out, and well, this one camp blocked. Oh, they put down a sentry, but it's not going to be in range. They really thought that the small camp got blocked instead.
Yeah.
So, even using tangos for it, and well, that's already a small victory for Pokerface, I think.
They've got another sentry ward, and actually if they plant the sentry ward up here, they're going to be able to de-ward both this ward and the sentry ward, so that could be bad for Extinct there. Not for Extinct, for Pokerface. Though, I do like how they blocked this camp out rather than this one, because this one can actually be pretty hard to stack. After they changed it so you can't pull this way, you have to kind of time, they're going to get the de-ward off. You have to time it pretty much perfectly. I think it's around about 54 or 55 seconds, depending on what creep is there. And a lot of the time, the creep will just turn around halfway through and won't stack. So I do like how they, you know, blocked out this one, just to leave him with this hard to stack camp. But it doesn't even matter because they de-warded anyway. Though they didn't get the ward up on the hill, so that is a minor victory there.
Yeah, it's definitely nice to have the Observer remaining, because otherwise they actually wouldn't have had any Rune Vision, or at least not proper one. And wow, Titan, they start so aggressively. Howl, Chilling Touch, and MP, he was down to quarter of an HP, and Cynical almost down to half. Man, that's just a lot of damage coming out. I mean, that you wouldn't normally expect from the right clicks to come, but I mean, in this dual lane with Lycan and Ancient Apparition up against a Centaur Dazzle, I mean, who do you think actually has the better time farming up and just staying on the lane?
I think in this level 1, like you said, the damage from the Howl and the Chilling Touch is quite devastating, but when you get a couple of levels up on this Centaur and up on this Dazzle, I think that's going to be a real powerhouse. I mean, level 1 Centaur doesn't have huge killing potential. He's not bad with the Stomp, but it's kind of once he hits level 3 or level 4 when he gets up that double edge, it hits hard, and you're going to have, of course, a Dazzle keeping him alive with Shadow Wave. You're going to have that Grave in case he gets too low, and at that point, you know, KYXY, Howl, it scales decently. I mean, 14 damage to 26 damage, but of course it's one of those spells that you can't spam out. You cast it once, then you have a long cooldown, then you cast it again. So I think just in terms of winning the lane, in terms of durability, Pokerface should win. but only time will tell, given they did get this advantage in just the early stages. Farm-wise, it is going the way of Titan at the moment.
Well, they have the jungler as well, and that always boosts it up a little bit, although Net actually has to regen up quite a lot. Is he bringing in a healing salve? Yes, he is, together with a ring of regen. So that will help out with his jungling speed a little bit. And he's kind of the wild card at the moment, as far as the top lane goes, because if he makes some nice rotations, like one Berserker's Call might easily get them a kill on the Dazzle. I think the center should be tanky enough, especially if the Dazzle is actually behind, providing the Shallow Grave and the Shadow Wave. But
Yeah.
Net, I mean, he can't make the rotations that easily early on.
Yamato in the mid lane almost going down. If JYU had hit him there with the plasma field, that would have been the death of him. But managing to make it out, his bottle's coming down. That was just waiting to get up. The Tranquil Boots and bottle is now done for Yamato. But yeah, like you were saying with Net in the jungle, I am surprised, honestly, that we haven't seen a rotation coming out from Cynical yet. Just to go into the jungle and give Net a bit of grief. Especially because Net is going to have those Tranquil Boots up fairly soon. You know, Tranquil Boots on an axe, usually they'll drop the Tranquil Boots down where they're standing, so that could be, you know, a nice easy steal. Oh, and actually Sky's got an invisibility rune, so maybe that's his aim. No, it looks like he's going to go in for Yamato in the mid lane. Yamato now man-moding on to JYU. Going to be stun coming out. Double cast bouncing onto him. Yamato no blink away. He could be going over the first blood. Indeed, he is going to go down. Sky getting the last hit there.
Really nice rotations coming in from Sky. Actually, they got the nice paralyzing pass bounces as well, and if you just use the blink to go aggressively, you're just so screwed, and that was such an unfortunate timing. Although, actually, I think the Queen of Pain might have gotten the kill anyway, but it's just Voodoo Restoration, already level 2, just kept them alive.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Scream of Pain level 2 isn't really... It does a bit of damage, definitely, but you got to remember, Razor's pretty tanky, and he's got decent strength game at 2.3, so he is going to always be quite durable in that laning phase. Though, I think it's worth mentioning on this offlane, Febby is doing such a good job of last hitting. I really want to mention that because Anchor Smash takes 60% of your damage, but Febby is still sitting on the top last hits at 24. I mean, Ohio is keeping up on 23, but usually a Tidehunter will just destroy a melee hero 1v1 because the melee hero is going to have no damage to the last hit, but hey, he's doing a very good job. I'm impressed with Febby's last hitting.
Yeah, I mean, he has a Quelling Blade, and actually a Faceless Void's damage is pretty nice. I mean, 70 base damage, it's definitely nothing to laugh at. And well, Tidehunter, he is gonna hit level 6, 4 minutes and 40 seconds in almost. That's an extremely fast level, and I mean, just a few Anchor Smashes with the Ravage, and Witch Doctor actually might go down to the solo offlaner.
Yeah, you do have to watch out. So on the top lane, MP diving very aggressive into KYXY. His Tranquil Boots are going to get cancelled out there by the Wolves, so won't be able to catch up to them at the moment. But this is a point, this is what I was saying, I think that at this point, MP and...
Oh, the Ravage actually comes out bottom lane. He wants to go for Sky, slow down. There's a time lock by Febby as well in Ohio. He's the one on the run all of a sudden. Sky doesn't have enough mana, already used the stun as well. But still, that's a Ravage baited out kind of. And now, for another 1 minute, or 2 minutes rather, even in 10 seconds, Ohio, he's not that scary at all anymore.
Oh, on top lane, KYX, we're going to be initiated on. Cynical just throwing out the Poison Touch, but Howl goes off and MP's forced back. Cynical now actually man-moding onto Extinct, though I don't know if this is a fight he can win. MP doesn't really have the HP to come back in and help him out. Nothing going to happen, though. And that's just free farm in the jungle. He's not dropping his Tranquil Boots, though, which I think ultimately is a good decision. Because dropping Tranquil Boots is kind of asking for someone to come steal it. Or just kill it, I suppose. Though while going into KYX again on the top lane, there is going to be a double edge coming out. Is he going to go down? Grave saving MP's life, but he's going to get Chilling Touched up. Cynical's out of mana, nothing you really do, but 6 one-charges on 6 one-charges on Cynical there, so he could pop it. He's got enough for one more heal. He will be able to heal MP. Double edge going to be coming out. Extinct is going to go down. 3 HP on MP. If he gets hit by a creep now, he's going to die, but he will make it out alive, and that's a double kill. Double kill at MP. That was really well done there.
And those plays coming out from Cynical, and actually he's maxed out Shallow Wave at the moment as well. And looks like it was a good decision by him as well.
Yeah.
Just completely keeping the center alive, just barely, but suddenly center up to 900 gold, almost 1,000 even. And if he continues like this, he's going to have a pretty decently timed Blink Dagger, half a level away from level 6 as well. So with a Stampede, with the early Blink Dagger, and I mean overall Pokerface, they're looking pretty decent. And Febby, he has a Hand of Midas already as well on the Faceless.
I think that's a good item choice. I hope he goes for the Midas into the Arcanum Scepter, like I said, but even so, getting that fast Midas was great. And oh, Net! So close to dying to the creep there. Like he got the spin. But he is nowhere near that Blink Dagger, actually. So it's probably going to be a pretty late Blink Dagger coming out from him, which is significant given that he's not rotating around. Normally on his Sand King when he plays in the jungle and he rotates around a lot, gets some kills, and still managed to get an 8-minute Blink Dagger, but Axe does farm pretty slow in the jungle. Once he gets up some levels, he's not bad, but in the early stages of jungling, he farms very, very slowly. But he has hit level 6, he's got himself a Clarity, so I think he's going to go for a rotation if he can. Top lane especially, like you said. Cynical could be an easy kill if they can find him out, but at this point in time, I don't think he's going to be able to kill the Centaur, and Cynical's just sitting at base, kind of, I don't know what he's doing, deciding where to go. Looks like he's going to head down to the bot lane. They want to get a kill there onto Ohio. Febby has got the Chronosphere up. Level 4 now in the time lock. The trees are revealed, so Ohio has got the Ravage up. Looks like Ohio wants to go in. Stun going to be coming out. Febby not going to pop, but actually Yamata's coming in. He has got the Chronosphere. Is he going to use it? Looks like he will, catching two. JYU's come down as well. JYU now hitting onto Ohio. MP's here as well. Stampede going to be going off. Ohio's going to go down as well as Yamata. Man, Pokerface 5-man rotation, but 0 to 5 on the board for them at the moment, so definitely working out.
Oh man, that was a disaster for Titan. I mean, 5-0, and I think that just as Yamate blinked in, the cask bounced off of the Tidehunter and stunned out the Queen of Pain, so the Sonic Wave wasn't there to follow up. Oh man, that's... Of course, Pokerface, they rotate all of their heroes there for it, so that's a minor win for Titan there. But overall, they definitely lost that fight quite handily, and I mean, Ohio, he is closing on the mech anyway, only a recipe away, but this Queen of Pain, she's not having a good start at all, and she's a really heavy snowball type of hero, but at the moment it's not just working out for them.
Yeah, it's really not. I mean, Titan normally aren't 5-0 at this point of the game, but MP definitely showing his worth as an offlane Centaur, and he's going to have up that Blink Dagger pretty soon. 1,600 gold in the bank. Axe is pretty much the closest in comparison. Sitting on 1,000 gold. Though he's about to get a triple stack, so that should give him a pretty significant boost, but Yamata is so ridiculously poor. And even on last hits, he's losing to the Razor. So Titan, I mean, they're going to need to get some good mid-game team fights, which they definitely can do from their hero picks. They've got, the big Wombo combo, and they've got that pushing power coming out from KYXY, who's been pretty uninterrupted. He's sitting top of the CS, just even with Febby. But Pokerface have also got pretty good team fight. So it's all going to, I think, depend on Febby. If Febby can get a nice Chronosphere off, I think the team fights could be going the way of Pokerface. But if his Chronosphere is a little bit, failure, Titan will be able to capitalize on it quite easily.
Yeah, the thing with the Titans lineup is at the moment that they definitely haven't hit their stride yet. KYXY does have his Vladimir's offering on the Lycan now, so that's going to help it out a little bit. And GEST actually gets the solo kill onto Yamate mid lane.
I was not expecting that.
He had a double damage node, so I guess that helped, but I mean, Blink should have been there at all times just to get into safety, but coming back to the point, I mean, the push, it hasn't started by Titan yet with the Lycan.
Yeah.
They still have the dire advantage for Roshan, and Net, he's continuing to farm up for the Blink Dagger. He's only 700 gold away from it, although MP, he's 400 away from his, so he's going to get it faster, but I mean, Ancient Apparition, once he hits level 6, once there's a Blink Dagger on Axe as well, that's probably going to change the game up a little bit. Although Pokerface so far, they are definitely looking good.
Yeah, I mean, Pokerface needed to get a good start against this lineup, and that's what they've done. So it's kind of at the point where they've done what they needed to do to get the game rolling in their favour. Though, of course, like you said, Net almost got the Blink Dagger, and another big item is Ohio has almost got up his mech, which is going to be quite crucial for those early game team fights because Pokerface doesn't have anyone picking a mech up. Neither Witch Doctor nor Cynical are going to be able to farm one up, and that's
they should go for Ohio, Chronosphere, Death Ward, and I mean, that's just a combination. They even used the Stampede for it, and JYU came TPing in. But I mean, the Death Ward, when you just get the full duration of it this early into the game, it does devastating amounts of damage.
That's pretty insane. They're AA throwing the ultimate into the mid lane, maybe? Yep, it looks like they're going to be initiated on, but Yamata slightly too early initiation. The AA ultimate is going to miss. Yamata now forced to back out and not going to be finding that kill on Centaur, who does have the Blink Dagger up in 100 gold.
I mean, that kill would have been so huge, but you definitely have to coordinate those a little bit better, not scare them off before the Ice Blast actually does hit. And well, there's even a mech finish now, and JYU at least has the gold for it. And yeah, does buy up the recipe now as well, so they're going to get the mech faster than Titan. The Blink Dagger is faster. Actually, Net has these as well, so I guess the Blink Daggers are equally timed for MP and Net.
That's a really good point. That's my stupidity. I forgot Razor was going to get the mech up. I was like, nobody's going to get the mech on Pokerface. No Razor is, of course. Duh. I forgot they had a Razor, even though he's been destroying Yamato. Awkward. But yeah, so equal timing mech on both teams. kind of fluster on Pokerface. So Pokerface, well, with the mech up, they should be good to push. I would say that, I mean, with that mech up, they could get some towers down. Though, of course, I mean, late game, I think...
Ice Blast is flying bottom lane. Net gets the Berserker Skull onto Fabi as well. Will they have enough for the kill? There's the Ravage as well, just in case. And the dunk, will it come out? Yes, it will, but the death ward makes it so the Titan has to back off. But they got their priority kill. Oh, they want to go for more. They're just going for Sky now as well. Oh my god, Yamate blinks in. He shouldn't be able to escape. And yeah, easy kill. And Net, well, making things happen with the newly acquired Blink Dagger.
And it's just go time there as well in the top lane. MP forced to use a Stampede because Cynical getting down to one hit. KYX just diving for him. MP wants to use that Blink Dagger, but the wolves are just stopping him, and it looks like the bottom tower could be taking a fall. Raze is going to tip you down with that freshly picked up mech as well as an invisibility room, but won't be able to find any kills. They're just going to back out, and Titan just immediately picking up 2 kills, getting their mech done, and getting a T1 tower on the top lane. It's kind of like that 12-minute was just go time for them. Though Febi going to be going into KYXY, will be able to get a nice Chronosphere off, so MP can follow up with the double edge and a stun. KYXY is going to be taking a full dominating streak there into MP. On the bot lane though, at the same time, JYU going to get initiated of a stun coming out from Sky. He's got the heal. Net not able to get off that dunk, and Net is going to be falling in return. Now Yamato going to get stunned up as well. The paralyzing cask bouncing to him, but he will be able to blink to freedom. And that's 2 down at the same time from Pokerface getting Titan down. And JYU now does have his ultimate up. Yamato running forward for some reason. He's going to go down. Can he not?
Man.
Did he not see the Eye of the Storm just walking towards him?
Oh, that was such a huge misplay by Yamate at the moment. And actually Yamate 0-4-1 on a Queen of Pain. That's just unacceptable, more or less. And well, kill score 10-2 as well. Looking at the graphs, it's actually not that big of a discrepancy at all. 500 gold in the favor of Titan actually. As well as XP, well, it's going almost 3,000 for Pokerface. Tower-wise, one more tower destroyed by Titan, or rather, the only tower is destroyed by Titan.
And that would be a big influence on the gold. You can kind of see that the gold going down quite significantly after there's 2 kills in the tower, but after the return kills coming out from Pokerface, it does go back up. Oh, Cynical's in trouble. Cynical's in big trouble. Oh, the call misses! A ultimate is going to hit though. Cynical is just going to get dunked to death. MP rotating in. I don't know if he's going to be able to do this alone. He's got the Stampede up. There's 4 there though. Febi coming in. No Chronosphere. He's going to be forced to back out. Sky will get a stun off onto KYXY, but I don't know if this is a good idea to go in because Ohio has got the Ravage up as well as the mech. Spotted out by the tower. Febi's going to be going in on him. Wow, Febi, that's quite manly. Well, MP is going to be getting the stun, but AA is there. Net is going to be coming in. Ravage going off as well. This is very, very aggressive dunk on to Febi's head. MP going to get dunked as well. That's a dominating streak going the way of Net with a double kill to boot. Sky now on the run. Raze is coming in from behind. JYU with a haster and chasing down Net. He will be able to get this kill streak off of him most likely. Yep, there he goes. And now JYU, is he going to keep doing this? Yes, he is. He's still got that haster, and Extinct is going to be his next target. Extinct is going to get his ultimate off before he goes down. JYU could be taking a full double kill onto him, but he's running away. And Yamato coming in, getting a double kill on Sky and JYU. Now Cynical, he's got Grave, but not even able to cast before he goes down. And Yamato with a triple kill. That's team down from Pokerface.
How does Titan do this?
I don't know.
They do this? Well, at the moment, of course, the Ravage, I mean, Ohio, he was the perfect bait there. I don't think he actually knew the tower saw him, or actually it shouldn't have, but the Observer Ward gave the tower vision of Ohio there. And, I mean, with no Chronosphere at the moment, Pokerface looks like they can't take the fight as long as Titan is there with full 5, and the Ravage hitting all 3 heroes, cancelling the Death Ward, killing off Febi almost immediately, and well, Yamate, he got his much needed kills there, and suddenly up to 2.5k, but Febi in some trouble once again. There's no stuns though to keep him in place, and Titan actually once again they drafted a lineup with no solid stuns. I mean, Berserker's Call is there, as is the Ravage, but that's all they have. But Roshan attempt by Titan, they tried to go in, but Pokerface came in just to stop it, and actually Febi, he's more than halfway done with his Aghanim Scepter, only 1.5k away from it. So the Aghanim Scepter definitely will help them pick fights every minute. But there's also a Necro Book level 1 done on KYXY now. And in the next like 5 minutes, which team actually looks scarier to you?
Hang on, I'm just fixing something in Twitch. 1 second.
No problem. And well, Roche is down to half HP though, so Pokerface, they're definitely aware the Titan, they want to go for the Roche. And they're the one to have to... Oh, they get the stun double H onto Yamato, Stampede as well. And the Ice Blast is flying though. It's gonna miss on everybody, and Easy kill on Yamate, nice setup from MP, and that's probably going to be the tier 1 tower as well, unless Titan. They want to defend, Ohio is there, 15 seconds for the Ravage. Oh, Febby, time walks in, Chronosphere still up and doesn't want to pop it. He's actually going for the solo clip at JYU, therefore as well, they should have enough to bring down Ohio, they probably will as well, but now Net goes in, this is nice. Berserker's Call on to 3 heroes. Do they have enough damage to actually follow up? The Blade Mail's activated on Net, but he's taking way too much damage. There's the first attack, there's the Ravage as well. MP drops, so another. Oh no, never mind, he goes down before. But Febby, time walks in, but KY actually has too much damage. The right clicks are too strong and time walk. It's on cooldown. Febby probably gonna take a fall or no. Earn coming in from Sky and a 4 for 2 in the end, and even the tier 1 tower falls. This was not a fight Titan was looking for. Actually, they looked good enough at some point, but Net. He took so much damage even though the Blade Mail was activated. Although Yamate, he's working towards his Orchid and oh, they still feel strong enough to actually go for the fight with no Chronosphere, no Death Ward and no Eye of the Storm. Titan, they think that the two of them...
I guess they can't get it out fast
enough.
enough. Synchro does get the weave off. If they lose this fight though, this is going to be a Roshan for Pokerface. Pokerface can take this down fast enough. Looks like Yamato as well as the Wolves are going to keep in there. But it's scouted out there by Cynical. Cynical's invisible. He knows that it's quite low. He can see it. There's no sentry wards popped down. He is probably going to try and go for the steal if he needs to. But it looks like Titan are going to be ready to sort of back off. They haven't got the Ravage, but Net's going to be going in from behind, grabbing onto MP. Sky is there, Ohio is there as well, but the cast is bouncing back and forth. Ultimate going to hit onto Sky. Sky throwing down the Death Ward. Yamate comes in, just going to Sonic Wave right onto Sky's head. Yamate now completely out of mana. He's got not enough for a blink, but Cynical coming in, no poison touch. He's just going to be able to blink away. And now Titan just saying, get the Roshan, get the Roshan, get the Roshan. Cynical trying to go in to help out. Will they be able to do it? KYXY is going for the Roshan, but is he going to be able to do it? I don't think he can. Febby's now coming as well, hitting onto KYXY. No, KYXY is going to be able to get the Aegis there, but the last hit of the Roshan goes the way of the Radiant. MP now with the stun ready will be able to just pop it down into KYXY, and KYXY, well, he gets a Necronomicon off, but I don't think he can fight this. He's trying to man mode into JYU with his minus damage. Do you reckon it's worth it getting the Aegis and losing it immediately?
I don't think so at all, especially as they gave away so many kills in the meantime as well. They even lost the fight previously to that, but oh, Net goes in Berserker's Call. There's the Ice Blast to fly as well, but MP, he should be tanky enough still. I think Blade Mail is there on Net, but they just do not have enough at this point in time. And Pokerface, well, the Aghanim Scepter was finished from the previous fight already for Febby, and it's just getting scarier for Titan from now on. Oh man, well, JYU, he has his mech, has an Ogre Club as well, and if that's going to be a BKB, which I can only think it is, then he's going to have it finished in 600 gold. And with the BKB on Razor and Aghanim Scepter on Febby, they're definitely just ready to take fight after fight.
Yeah, I mean, Febby with the Aghanim Scepter, I think that is a huge pickup, and I am very glad he went for it. Because this means every minute, they can pick a team fight pretty easily, and especially Febby seems to have really good control over those Chronospheres. Every single Chronosphere I've seen him do has been pretty much perfect, especially that one at the top lane where he went on KYXY. He got KYXY just on the edge of the Chronosphere, so MP could come up, follow up stun and double edge without getting stuck in the Chronosphere but still deal the damage. So I think Febby must be a, pretty strong Void player, and well, Titan, they haven't really got the split pushing going that they want. And KYXY, I mean, he's 0 to 3. Normally KYXY at this point would be, ratting down tier 3 towers and getting the Necronomicon 3 done and just, being a general nuisance. But this game, he's been forced to kind of stick with the team, which is not what the plan was, I would believe. And he really hasn't been getting the towers down that he wants to. 2 towers down when you've got a Lycan. That's not really ideal at the 20-minute mark.
Indeed, it's not. It feels like there's a 3M protector suddenly in Pokerface or something, keeping the towers alive. But that's just not the case. Pokerface, they've been out-aggressing Titan, at least for the most part. And well, 17 to 11. Goldcraft, it's actually zeroed out still. Titan used to have a 4,500 lead at some point, but XP, it's around 3,000 in Pokerface's favor. So actually, no team has a huge advantage by any means. And Ohio actually has a blink there picked up on the Tidehunter. That will allow them to fight a little bit better, but I think the Aghanims on Faceless and, well, PKB almost finished the JYU will have a better impact a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, the initiation coming out from Titan now is quite scary. And here we go, we're seeing Net coming in. JYU is going to be the target of choice. MP, though, nice stun. And Febby, 3-man Chronosphere. Death Ward going to be coming out. Now, this is going to be painful. Ohio is going to be taking a fall. KYXY is going to be alright, but Febby now needs to get out of the way. He's going to be taking way too much damage. He does get caught there by Net. Going to be going down there to the dunk. Now, Net is still, well, Still 500 HP. MP forced to throw out a stun, but Net's coming in. Dunk going to be coming out, but Sky does manage to get the stun off. He's trying to take down Net. He will get Net down. Now Sky just going to TP out with the Grave on him. Is it going to be long enough? No, it's not. Cynical now is on the run. Net buys back and then just calls the air because Blink Tag was on cooldown. Cynical, he's got nowhere to go. He's going to be taking a fall there. And that's another team down. So buyback from MP. So he wants to go to the top lane. Yamate is so incredibly low, but he's just going to be able to blink and TP out. MP can't find him. That was a big buyback and not going to be finding anything from it.
Yeah, and actually, I mean, Net didn't get that much accomplished after the buyback, I guess, but now that the center also bought back, so that evens out that aspect of the fight. But other than that, Pokerface just completely team wiped there. I thought like, okay, Blink Dagger and Titan definitely will help, but never did I imagine that they're gonna get a fight as good, and some of it has to do with the Chronosphere. They got a lot of damage done with the Death Ward into it. But then again, you also caught the Razor in the Chronosphere, and I think it was one extra member from Pokerface as well. So, catching your own teammates there as well, and they all got hit by the Ice Blast at the same time. So, they were just destined to die more or less, and Titan, well, they're hanging on, and now there's an Orchid finished on Yamate as well. That's pretty damn huge to be honest on the Queen of Pain. Silencing up, well, more or less anybody, but I think he might just focus the Dazzle.
Yeah, I think Dazzle is going to be one of the most annoying heroes, and Cynical actually has been doing a good job of positioning himself so he dies last in those team fights, which is pretty crucial because, you know, that Grave is great though. Oh god, Cynical's in trouble, Net going to go and get the call. A ultimate going to be landing on his head. Grave isn't going to be helping him now, and Yamata just scream, last hit. Going to be taking him down there. But Stampede coming out, his whole team is ready to back him up. Net is going to be popping that Blade Mail though. Ooh, MP misses the stun. Blink Dagger's up in 1 second. He's just going to be dodging the damage. Febby coming in. Just wanted to be there for the damage, the last hits. Yamate though will still be invisible. No detection coming out. They don't have anywhere to catch Yamate, so it's just going to be a 1-for-1 trade. Support for support. Not too bad though. They're looking at Extinct in the mid lane. Febby does have the Chronosphere. He's going to be going in. He will catch Extinct just on the edge of the Chronosphere, but Tidehunter's there. Ohio has got the Ravage up. Is he going to use it? He's just going to use the mech there, but in comes JYU trying to get enough damage, but Extinct is not going to be taking a fall. He's quite tanky, honestly, having up the point booster in the Ogre Club. And KYXY meanwhile just riding the top lane.
Actually, Extinct getting those levels and the farm is pretty huge. He has the level 2 Ice Blast as well as in 700 gold. He will have his Aghanim Scepter finished up. Or well, 815 now that he buys Observer rewards. But I mean, Aghanims on an Ancient Apparition, it's one of the scariest things, especially if you have a Dazzle on your side.
Yeah.
That the Ice Blast, I mean, 17 seconds, your heals will do absolutely nothing.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing about, I guess, Titan that I do like, is that Extinct and Net always find their farm. You know, in a lot of professional teams, the supports will be kind of running around with no farm at, you know, 10 minutes into the game and then no farm at 40 minutes into the game. But for Titan, getting that Aghanim Scepter up on Extinct is obviously something that they find important, which I agree with. Extinct having that Aghanims is going to be a huge teamfight winner for them, given that Aghanims is just so crucial. Oh, and Febby now could be in trouble. He's got the Chronosphere up, he's going to get silenced, he's making a run for it, but A ultimate's not going to hit. MP though will be landing into it, and MP can't decide, is he staying, is he going, he's going to be running. Now Sky's going to hit there with everything. There's that combo we're talking about. Dunk coming out from Net, taking down both of them. Febby now just running for his life. He's got the Chronosphere. He could get a 3-man Chrono, but Cynical's going to be taking a fall. Net with a double kill there. Continuing to chase after Febby. Febby going to get silenced yet again. Is there any rotations coming out to save him? He needs to throw that Chrono down as soon as he gets unsilenced. Can he do it? Yes, he's going to get hit by Net. Net does not have enough for a dunk. Febby now, nothing he can do. Dominating streak there. That's 4 down. Just picked off 1 by 1. I mean, that was ultimately a 4v3, but they just kept on dying 1 by 1. They just went fighting together. Miscommunication from Pokerface.
Yeah, the start was so awkward by both teams. Titan wanted to go in, then they started backing off. Pokerface started coming in, but they were like, oh crap, there's too many of Titan. And all it took is just 1 or 2 heroes getting caught, getting bursted, and then Pokerface were suddenly just on the run completely. And Titan, they have a really nice lineup to just chase them down. Queen of Pain, one of the best heroes to do so, and actually she's working for probably a sheepstick at the moment. And he already has an ultimate orb, 2k on top of that. In Yamate, he was struggling so hard earlier on, but I mean, now she's just picked up the slack, and so has Lycan. Necro level 3 down, even a plate mail on him. So Assault Kuras, I would think, and oh, Yamate might be in trouble. Hoofstomp is their double edge well, therefore they will get the kill in return, and that's 600 gold for Sky.
His Aghanim Scepter is actually going to be coming up in the not too distant future. thing is Febby as well. His Midas is going to be picking up now that Maelstrom, which will help a little bit with the counter push and his damage, because at the moment he has got the Argonauts, but he doesn't do much damage, so he's pretty much just creating space for the Death Ward from the Witch Doctor to deal a whole bunch of damage. And I think it's time that Witch Doctor gets the Maledict up. Like I said, he goes for that Southeast Asian build with the Voodoo Restoration and the Paralyzing Cask, but given that pretty much every Chronosphere he hasn't been caught in, and he's been able to get the Death Ward off, I think getting Maledict up is going to be ideal just to deal that extra bit of damage, especially once the Arcanum Scepter is done, which is going to be done at about 2k gold.
Yeah, the Maledict definitely will help out just bursting heroes down when they're in the Chronosphere. And I think there's a lot of pressure on Febby at the moment to actually land those good Chronospheres.
Yeah.
Although usually in the later stage of the game, even if you land it on like one core hero and you can get him down immediately, it's usually worth it. But Titan, since they have a pretty decent amount of teamfight themselves, just catching only one hero probably won't help, because Tidehunter, I think actually Tide is one of the heroes that he actually absolutely has to catch in it, because the Ravage will stop the teamfight from Pokerface from happening completely.
Yeah, well that's the thing as well about the Arcanum Scepter, is it means that you can kind of pick a team fight and then if you, or not pick a team fight I suppose, get a pick off if someone gets caught alone, and then you can use that Chronosphere, but then if there's a team fight, you know, a minute later you'll be able to use it again, which is quite nice. Though, like you said, Titan have got big team fight and they are tending to stay together a bit. I mean, Net now is down at the Roshan pit and Yamato is kind of alone here, but the other three are grouping around together. They are all farming, they were farming different camps, but they're in the same general vicinity, so if one gets picked off, the rest of them will be there. So it looks like Yamato is going to be the primary target, but nobody's really willing to do it. Mid lane, Net is going to get caught out. So saying that maybe running around the Roshan pit by himself wasn't the best decision.
And well, like we were saying, for pickoffs, the Aghanim Scepter is just excellent for the Faceless Void, and 45 seconds more and it's already off cooldown once again. Get some nice gold from it, Hand of Midas used as Yamate trying to split push down bottom lane. Almost has enough for a Mystic Staff, actually does now. As well in the meantime, KYXY pushing down top lane. Just has the Necro level 3 if necessary, but I think he just wants to push the lane to the tower. Maybe have Pokerface rotate and then just go for the Roche if it's up at the time.
Well, Roshan will be up reasonably soon. They know it's going to be up pretty quickly, and A ultimate going to be landing out. Yamate going to get spotted out there by MP, but MP's a little bit worried. I think he might have seen just the edge of the A ultimate there and decided, I'm going to back out now. Trying to make a run for it. But like you said, Yamate's getting so close to that Hex, which is going to be really, really helpful for the team. I can't imagine he's going to go for a Lincoln Sphere, which is the other possible item with that ultimate orb. I think Hex is going to be it, and that's going to be fantastic against the Void. So if Yamate does not get caught in the Chronosphere, he's just going to be able to Hex that Void so easily, because Febby doesn't have a BKB. I mean, Febby's still trying to finish up his second core item of the Mjolnir, and without that BKB, he's just a walking target there for the Hex.
Yeah, the Hex definitely is going to make a huge impact in this game, or at least it should if Yamate uses it correctly. But a player of such caliber can usually do it, and oh, the H Ice Blast is like, they get the slow, Berserker's Call and Febby, he's gonna go down, actually the backtrack, oh my god, he's still alive somehow with the heals from Cynical, don't help, and he's probably gonna fall to the Frostbite, indeed he is, 17 seconds, too much with the Aghanim Scepter, but man, those backtracks, they were just silly.
That was quite silly, but Febby now dying, really not ideal. Though getting Net as return kill is better than something, oh god, Cynical. He just dies so quickly. And I love this one. But KYXY meanwhile is riding the top lane, so Pokerface are really going to be forced to defend that. And of course, as soon as someone from Pokerface rotates, KYXY, TP to the tier 2 tower, which is still standing, straight into the Roshan pit. And that is the power, I guess this tier 2, that is the power of having that dire advantage like you're talking about. You can just force them to go to the top lane to defend, and then hey, free Roshan. You know, it's hard for them to rotate up here. They've lost all these tier 1 towers, so it's very easy for, you know, the Dire to make it. If the Dire want to defend, they've got both of these tier 2 towers that are incredibly close, but for the Radiant they have to run all this way, or all this way, and should be a pretty easy Roshan for KYXY. With 2 dead from Pokerface, no rotation is going to be coming out.
Yeah, definitely lose should, and that's his sheepstick finish on Yamate now, just had the courier bring it out to him, and, well, oh, they're just getting so many items, and just look at the graphs. It used to be so even in gold, now it's around 9,000 gold lead for Titan almost. And oh, they smoke up straight after the Roche as well. And that's kind of an obvious move, to be honest, because a lot of teams do it, but then again, we won't know for sure if it's actually going on.
Well,
they might catch Febby off guard though, man.
Febby wants to go on Queen of Pain. You can see MP and Yamato out, but he's noticing, oh no. MP, immediate rotation, but Ohio's going to be able to get off. The Ravage, Hex onto Febby. Febby's going to go down just to the dunk. JYU coming in. He does have the Static Link BKB, but he's running into 3, and KO Expert is way too hard. Ohio's just going to tip out in the middle of them. Febby buys back, coming in. Chronosphere onto Extinct. Extinct, is he even going to die? Yes, looks like he will be taking a fall, but, well, that was a buyback from Febby just for a measly support. Probably not really what he wanted, and he can't even farm for the next couple of, well, 1 minute or so because he's meant to be dead. 24 to 24 on the board, but given the early game start from Pokerface, things are really heavily favoring Titan, like you said.
Oh, Titan, they're just taking the favorable fights for them. They just know exactly when to move, where to move usually. Yeah, they've given away 1 or 2 kills here and there, but I mean, just for example, the move that KYXY did, just pushing out the top lane, TPing in and going for the Roche. Just such sneaky plays. Oh, they want to go for Baby again. They're just waiting for Extinct to respawn on the Ancient Apparition. They do need the Ice Blast to bring down the Faceless Void, I think. Although just Hex, Orchid from Yamate, it might be enough. Although Sky is there as well. They're just scouting everything out with the Lycan Wolf. Oh my god.
Febby's blocked in, he's like, there's something here. Like, look at his farming, he's like, boop, 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 boop. Well, anyway. Oh, Yamate. He's playing with fire right now. He's so close to them, but it looks like the rest of the team's going to be rotating down. Net's in the area. Extinct is coming down. Ohio's the only one who's not there because he is farming up that refresher, which will be done very soon. And they're going to go in on Sky. Sky, well, Stampede's going to be coming out. Grave as well. They're trying to keep him alive, and MP's there, but Force Up's not going to hit. Yamate will be able to blink to freedom. Febby comes in as well, but Yamate sitting over at the side shop, which is just going to open randomly. And he's going to be okay. And that's Stampede on cooldown. So it's 1 minute without Stampede, which isn't a huge time, but any time the Titan can get to farm more is always going to be quite nice.
Yeah, although Pokerface, I mean, in the really late game, they might have the advantage, although Febby needs a couple more items for sure to actually get to that stage. I mean, he's definitely nowhere near actually getting the solo kills on anybody except Extinct maybe, with the Chronosphere, so until that point, Titan, they're probably going to have the advantage. And there's actually one huge pickup for Pokerface, which is Sky having the Dragon Scepter, and he's almost level 16 as well.
That is going to be crucial in teamfights if he can get it off. But again, it's going to depend on Febby. I mean, Febby really needs to get that massive Chronosphere. I mean, if he can get, a 5-man Chronosphere, it's going to be ideal. But of course, Yamate is just going to sit back and say, hey, Febby, where you at, buddy? I'm going to wait until you come in so we can hug and, make little chicken babies together, or sheep babies, whatever they are. I.e. Hex him. Oh, and Refresher Orb. Oh,
man.
painful.
There's only one BKB, I think, for Pokerface. Yeah, only JYU has it on Razor. Although MP has the Hood of Defiance, that might not be enough. They have smoked up though, so we might see a huge engagement again.
Okay, Wax are going to be coming forward, popping the Necro 3. Stampede going to be going off, they're heading on to, well, 1-man Chronosphere. No, 2-man, sorry, onto Yamato as well as Net. And, oh, look at the damage from the Death Ward. Net is going to go down as well as Yamato, but in comes one Ravage. Oh, not enough mana for the second Ravage. He will get the second Ravage off now. That's a 4-man Ravage, I suppose, and that's going to be Cynical, Graved Up. Febby coming in, he's just going to time walk to freedom though. Cynical is just going to, well, kind of get away. Not really, not going anywhere. He doesn't have a TP scroll. Febby's going to keep farming, but that's 4 dead immediately. In exchange for 2, I mean, that was a really nice Chronosphere, and Death Ward, but yeah, Ohio just cleaning up with that double Ravage.
That was probably one of the best possible fights Pokerface could have asked for, because the Chronosphere actually started on 2 people, but Ohio blinked in just as the Chrono came out. So he blinked into the Chrono, and that fight would have been a complete team wipe. I think it would have been like 5-0 for Titan if the Ravages would have come out. But now, there's no buybacks on Pokerface. Febby is alive, of course, but doesn't really matter since he's solo, and the Glyph comes out as well. But just the pushing power of the Lycan, it's way too strong, especially with the AC there, and that's probably going to be one set of Rex, although they do back off, and they're just that scared of Febby by the looks of it.
Well, it's also because Centaur, Witch Doctor, and Cynical are about to respawn. Of course, Febby does have that, 6-second Chronosphere, so he could have kind of space created if they kept going. But, I mean, just getting a tower is happy enough for them. Aegis is going to die fairly soon, so KOXO probably wants to use that, but I guess no need to pressure. I think Febby just doesn't have enough items to really come online, and at this point in time, he's just countered so hard by, the Queen of Pain, the Lycan. Not to mention, Ohio, who is doing massive work with that double Ravage.
Yeah, it's Pokerface, they need their BKBs, although Febby actually has the Mjolnir, so that's some extra damage output. They've smoked up once again and they're on the hunt.
MP's gonna get revealed. Yamato, they spotted him out. Yamato gonna blink into them. Oh no, Yamato's in trouble. Void just gonna be coming in, auto attack him down. Yamato's gonna be taking a fall.
Well, that was a good pick-off, although just look at the lanes. I mean, tier 1 on the top lane is still standing for Titan, and in Pokerface, yeah, it's nice for them that they got the kill, but they can't force out the buyback even if the Queen of Pain had one. So, I guess Pokerface, they're just getting some global gold from the tower, but they are still pretty far behind because the Lycan is actually 5k net worth ahead of Febby at the moment. Graphs, they're around 16 to 17,000 ahead, and oh, they're looking for the fight again.
Oh, and MP's in trouble. He's gonna get called there by Net. Febby is there to help out. Is he gonna chronosphere this? MP's gonna force himself out. Stampede going off. Febby, he could just throw out a chronosphere just to slow them down, but it looks like he's just gonna time walk. He's gonna abandon MP. He's had enough of MP's crap. JYU could be the next one to fall. Net is going in. Cynical is going to be able to get off the poison touch, but it doesn't matter. JYU is getting caught there. Just chronosphere, man. It's 60-second cooldown. Well, he's going to chronosphere, but a little bit too late because Ohio gets off the double ravage. JYU is going to be BKB'd up. Cynical's going to use the grave on him, but it's not going to be enough. Febby now, well, he's going to take down Net, maybe. Oh, he does get Net down, but it's going to be exchange for his own life. That's 3 down. No buyback, of course. On to the Febby Void. Cynical is going to be going down as well, most likely. Oh, maybe not. Sky throwing out the Death Ward. KYXY getting chain stunned up. Can KYXY make it away? No, he's going to get down Extinct as well. And actually, Febby does have buyback. It must have just come off cooldown. Now Extinct is, well, on the run. Going to get taken down, and wow, that Death Ward. Sky saving the day. That buyback must have just come down because I just checked it and it was on cooldown. Oh well.
Yeah, that was so clutch from Pokerface. Really, that cooldown. You know, I think it was like 3 seconds left when he died or something, but it paid off in the end. And well, Titan, they went a little bit too aggressive, although I can completely understand why they did it. And just Sky, paralyzing cast Death Ward, defending their base like this. And Witch Doctor is actually really scary in the late game, and he's only 900 gold away from the BKB as well. And once he finishes the BKB, he can guaranteed get off a full duration Death Ward.
Well, even now he's getting a pretty full duration because the stun on Titan just isn't there. Of course, Yamate is saving his Hex and his Silent Stick for kind of Febby primarily and Cynical a little bit. AA has got the Cold Feet, but you know that's a pretty long cast time, and he's not really. I mean, they're not really. I guess they're not really focusing Sky would be a better way to put it. They're just trying to get down. Kind of Cynical is more important, and I feel like now maybe Sky is going to be a primary target. Oop. Actually, MP going on to Nando. The bottom lane. JYU coming in. Net could be popping that blade mail. JYU, are they going to actually die for this? I don't know if it's a good decision. Febby's coming in. Net will be able to get off the call. Now he comes so high, but no Ravage. There's going to be a Sonic Wave going off. But Febby immediately hexed up. But Death Ward's going out. Just bouncing back and forth between the two of them. Ohio is going to be, well, going down. Febby one more hit at the same time. JYU popping the BKB, going on to Yamato, has got his own BKB. Febby now, oh, he's in trouble. He's just going to TP up. But way too much damage from KYXY. Cynical just, man, Jukes, look at that Juke. What the? He doesn't have a TP though, so he just has to stand there and accept his fate. Did you see that juke?
Yeah, I mean, but you may juke one, but 2 other heroes did spot him out. But I mean, Yamate, he just got completely yanked there by Cynical.
Doesn't matter, the Cynical died. That was worth it.
And well, I mean, Titan, I actually thought that it might have been a mistake for them to go fight as Net got caught so early on anyway. But even though they get a really long duration Death Ward up, it got finally cancelled by the Orchid coming out from Yamate, but I mean, it had already done the damage. They brought down Ohio as well as Net. But Titan, that's just a 4-core lineup that they have, and I mean, even Extinct does a lot of damage with the Aghanim's level 3 Ice Blast.
Yeah.
So, their supports, although the Witch Doctor, yeah, he does a lot of damage in return as well, but the Dazzle, just not feeling the impact of KYXY. Oh, the Orchid on MP before the stun, and that's melee Rex and KYXY. Just gonna make it out of there.
KYXY, I'm thinking of the Abyssal Blade, so maybe he's going to turn around. Looks like he is. JYU is going to get Abyssal Bladed up. AA throws out the ultimate. JYU now trying to take down Extinct. MP does not have to do anything. Yamato blinks in the trees. Extinct going to get the last hit in there. JYU and Sky, well, he's got the Death Ward back up, but don't know he's going to be able to do. Well, KYXY, where are you going, KYXY? What is your grand plan? Okay.
I have no idea.
Well, they killed
just
Sky.
Really wanted those range racks, I guess.
Well, that was I guess it was a 2-for-1 trade, but it didn't really need to lose KYXY in exchange for Sky. And even Yamato getting very, very close to death, but luckily not enough damage for him to go down for his sake.
And where's the Thundergrass Wrath when you need it? But at the moment, Febby, Yeah, oh, he's going for Net actually. Will he use the Chronosphere for it? Yes, he will, but Net is pretty damn tanky with the Blade Mail, with the Shiva's card as well. The Time War comes out and Net, Berserker Skull, extra armor maybe. Oh, with the Chronosphere duration, it's ridiculous. It felt like it lasted way more than 6 seconds.
Yeah, that was a long Chronosphere. But that's the power of Arcanum Scepter. But still, I mean, they've lost that Rax and things are getting... Well, things are getting hard for them, I suppose.
Oh, look at Extinct. Look at the item he just got.
Well, that's actually a pretty good item, if you think about it. Void still does not have a BKB, so you can just Ethereal Blade that Void if he, you know, goes on you. Or if he goes on anyone, really.
Oh man. And to be honest, if the ethereal target gets hit by the Sonic Wave by Yamate, that's a crap load of burst damage coming out. And whoa, Ohio, he has a Reaver for himself. So he's just tanking up, although they don't have buybacks now. Actually, both teams only have one buyback. Yamate for Titan as well as MP for Pokerface. Although Pokerface, they're going for the Roshan. And do you actually think Titan are aware that this is going on, or... Oh, if they can sneak the Roche, it's going to be cheese as well. This is going to be huge.
This is going to be quite big, but I think that KYXY is going to be scouting out with the Wolves reasonably soon. They know Roshan's back up, and oh! This could be... I mean... They know, but they're going to back off. They're just going to leave it. That's going to be ages, and cheese is on the ground. They're not taking the cheese. Someone pick the cheese up. Okay, they got the cheese. And they will back out there. So that was a really nice Roshan stink there by Pokerface. And now a 5-man smoke game coming up. Though they don't have the Stampede, and MP is pretty low on mana.
Oh, but look at Titan. He's waiting on the high ground, although Yamate, he's going away from the pack a little bit. Oh man.
Oh, Yamate's going to get double damage ring, but now Sky and Cynical going to go captured by Net. This could be devastating. Sky really needs to get his ultimate off, but he's just getting targeted down by Net. But at the same time, JY, you stay in the middle of the fight. Ohio does get that double rampage off. KY, you're going to be going down. MP is going to be next. Febby now can't even do anything. That's the Aegis popped. And Net is still just chasing after Sky. He has no mercy for Sky. And Febby, he's going to be able to time walk to freedom, but no TP scroll on him, so he is just going to have to run away manually. And, well, they're going to call the GG out. They know that after losing 4, Titan have got such a strong push, they're going to be able to go straight down the mid lane, so game 2 going to be going to Titan's way.
Oh man, they couldn't even bring down Queen of Pain in the Chronosphere, and well, they were just lacking the damage by the end of it. Yeah, Mjolnir is pretty damn nice, but PKB was activated on Yamate, and in Titan, to be honest, Pokerface, they were looking kind of good earlier on, like 20 minutes into the game. But Titan, they just turned it completely around and start taking teamfight after teamfight with the Ravi. I mean, the Ravi, it just did so much for them.
Well, GG well played to both teams. Thank you, of course, to Gigabyte for sponsoring this tournament, as well as Joda Talk for very kindly allowing us to cast this. It is a best of 5, so there's 1 game coming up if Titan win, if not another, 3? So, GG well played to both teams, and we'll see you in the next game.